What's going on, traders? It's your boy Matt, back at it again with another trading recap video. You guys already know the drill. I am up more than my daily goal, as you guys can see right here. I am up $1,600 on the day. Well, to be precise, $1,597. And you guys know my daily goal is to come to the market, make my $1,000, and walk away. And today, that's exactly what I managed to do. I think there have been a couple of things that I've been working on lately. The first thing is staying patient, right? Staying patient for your entry point and staying patient for your exit. Those are the kind of things I've been working on. Anyway, let's just get right into it and I'll show you the stocks that I traded. Now, the first one we're going to be talking about is IMTE. Now, with IMTE, basically, I played it both ways. The first one was long. You guys can see right here. I longed it at $5.40. Now, what I was looking for with this was it was a pre-market gapper. Market open, it just dropped dramatically. This is a low floater. I'll show you guys right here. IMTE. The float is 2 million. So it's a 2 million float, which means it's a low float stock. Now with low float stocks, that I know they can easily move. This things could rip into, $30-$40. I mean, I can show you guys yesterday. You guys remember this thing that went from pretty much $2 all the way to $40 per share. It's the same thing. It was a low floater that run. So I had a similar idea where I was thinking this could rip and go really high. So what I did was, as it was coming up here for the break of VWAP, I was trying to get in here, but it just bought up too fast and I missed it. So I got into this. I bought it as it was going into a halt, right? And as soon as it came into a halt, I took a little bit of profit. You always got to take profit when you're about to encounter some sort of resistance levels because you don't know if it could pull back from here, right? So I took a little bit of profit. And it went into a hold. And as soon as it got into a hold, I took my profit completely. Out. And then what I did was I actually shorted this thing. And I shorted this whole area. This is short. And then I took cover a little bit. And then I took cover a little bit. And then, I covered everything on this side. So basically what I did was, I went long, I ripped it, and I read there's a weakness, and this is where I would have normally shorted. So I flipped into short and I hit it as well. Anyway, for the long side, I made about $717. For the short side, I made $543, which was pretty good. So just out of this trade, up and down, I wrote it up and I climbed it down. I made about $1,100 just out of this particular trade, and I could have walked away. Now, problem came because I got stuck on another trade. Anyway, let me show you guys the next one, JM. This is an after-hour trade just right now. I actually just finished up the trade 5 minutes ago. Shorted right there. I took a little bit of profit. I cut for the break high, shorted again when it rejected, and then took profit. So I took $180 loss because I had to cut it right there at the highs. If it breaks this and keeps going higher, I don't know how high it's going to go, so I don't want to be there to find out. So I ate up the loss, $180, but when it rejected, as you guys can see on that candle, I got back in again, I added, and then I took profit every pop. I shorted, took profit, shorted, took profit. So that's how I traded it. So made back the 180, actually made about $300 or something like that, which is pretty good. Let's talk about the next. Now, this one was a bit tricky to trade for me. Because this was a pre-market gapper, same thing, it went higher, and then it opened lower, but I'm not sure, I wasn't sure whether this was going to push to the 5, 6, or it was just going to, fumble around here. So that's why I was really cautious. Every time it popped, I had to cut it because, I don't want to hold this until it goes to, $6.50 or $7, right? I would rather cut it here and then reshort there. But every time I saw the weakness, I was going back in again. That's why you guys can see in and out a lot of times. The next one I'm going to be talking about that I traded a lot was RHE. Now RHE is, if you guys remember, this was actually a major trade yesterday. Same thing ACY as I was showing you just before. This thing went from $1 all the way to $18. It went into a downside hold. Now what happened with this thing is 3 things to focus on. All right. All of these 3 stocks that I'm going to show you are traded not on NASDAQ but on MX. And with MX, what happens is when it's halted, it doesn't really tell you when they're going to open or, what price they're going to open. So you're literally blind when it's halted. Whereas with NASDAQ, they will update you as the trading progress, right? So what happened was this thing was going without news, right? These are a low floater. It was going without news. It didn't have any news, and it went into an upside hold, right? Went into a downside hold, and then the government, which is the SEC, they were like, okay, why the hell is the price of this stock going up? So we're gonna go and inquiry with the company. So they stopped the trading. As you guys can see, it was actually halted for 4 hours or something like that. So they stopped the trading session. They went and asked the company itself, okay, why the hell is your stock price going up? And the company replied, we don't know. We have no idea why the price is going up. For that reason, now every trader who's been buying knows that this doesn't have any reason to go up, right? The only reason why it's going up is because it's low float and other people are manipulating it, right? So manipulators, they would push it higher and they sell, right? Now there's no buyers for that reason and washed out, right? And it opened with the gap down. I think it opened around like $7 from say 17 area or something like that. ACY, same thing, similar thing. This thing went from $2 all the way to 38. It went into an upside halt. As soon as it halted, the government, SEC, the government body that regulates the stock market, they say, okay, we're going to put a pause in this, and we're going to go and ask the company, why the hell is your stock trading at $40 when it was just at $2 2 days ago? Did you guys release a new product? Is there any reason why it's going up? And the company, they put out a statement saying, we have no idea why the stock price is going higher, right? And when that news was released before the open, so all investors would be aware what they're buying and selling into. So from $38, this thing opened at $13 per share. So mind you, if you bought at 38 when this opened at 13, you cooked, right? So the similarities with this thing is low floaters, right? Going higher in a massive parabolic move. Second thing is they don't have any news why they're halted. And the last one is that, they were traded at IMTE, not NASDAQ, right? And they're 3 letters. Usually with NASDAQ, they're 4 letters, IMTE 3-letter stocks. So today what happened? Let's talk about this one here. So RHE, same thing. So it was traded yesterday. RHE was traded yesterday, massive like that. Today, it popped up. When it popped up, I used yesterday's volume as a resistance level to short into this. So I shorted it, shorted into that, and I was covering, and I was, shorting the pops and covering the bottoms. So as you guys can see, I made, a lot of chops, ups and downs, but yeah, I made, 147, 80 bucks, 200 bucks. I lost 150 here. I made 68. So, up, down, or down. But all in all, I made maybe 200 or 300 bucks out of that trade. Now, the biggest trade that I took today was on UUU. One of the things to notice, triple U is also 3 letters, which means it's traded on MX. Now, what happened with this thing? All right, so this thing was a massive gapper, low float again. This is a 1 million stock. This is right here, as you guys can see, float. Float means shares available to be traded. 1 million. Usually, normal stocks would have, 49 million or something like that. This thing has 1 million. For that reason, supply and demand is out of whack because there's only 1 million shares available to be traded. But today, as you guys can see right here, today, 31 million shares were bought and sold, which means those 1 million shares have been rotated 31 times, right? Which means, from hand to hand, they've been swapped. There's no person who bought it and sat on it, right? They've been buying and selling and buying and selling and buying and selling about 30. So that shows you the supply and demand. This is called float rotation, when they rotate the float, right? When the stock is traded above the available float. All right, so what happened with me? Okay, so I bought into this thinking it's going to rip. So as you guys can see right here, I bought in 300 shares. Thinking it's going to break, it's going into a hold, it's going to open higher, and it's going to go to 30, 40 bucks, right? So I bought into this, but what happened? As soon as it got halted, MX, they paused it, and they said, okay, why the hell is this thing, it was traded at $3 yesterday, right now it's at $13. Why the hell is this, at this price? So we're going to go and ask the company. So they did exactly the same thing as they did yesterday. The company basically put out this press release, and this is the important part. The company confirms that it is not aware of any undisclosed material change or development in the business and operation that would account for the recent increase in the share price. right? So the company basically said, we have no idea why the stock price is at this. We have no idea why the stock price is at this level at this point, right? When that happened, remind you, I was in. You guys will be looking at this one right here, long position. So my long position right here from 1340 average. So right there, I bought it from 1314. Where did this open? It opened at $7. It opened at $7. So I was instantly down $4 per share when it halted, and it was halted for about 4 hours. And when it out halted, I was instantly down $4 per share. Now my mistake was buying into this, knowing that first thing it didn't have any news. Second thing, it was MX, right? So there was a chance what happened yesterday could have happened today. So I made a mistake on that. I was sloppy, and guess how much I lost? I lost 1,800 bucks on that particular trade. I guess you live and learn, but I lost almost $2,000 out of that trade. So as soon as it opened, I ate the loss. I didn't hesitate. I didn't want to hold this forever. I ate the loss, and then I flipped short because now I know it doesn't have any reason why this is up, right? So I ate the $2,000 loss, 1,800 bucks. I flipped short, and I made, as you guys can see right here, I made 1,300 bucks back. So essentially, I only lost 500 bucks out of that particular trade. You know, it was a terrible trade, but I managed to make at least 1,200 back from that. And the sad part was when I was stuck in this trade, I was already up 1,500 bucks. So when I ate the loss, I was down on the day. You guys will be able to see that in actual live trading footage. So this is exactly what happened. 3 stocks, very similar trades. They go higher with no news crazy, and then they open at a very low price. The last one that I traded was WKY. Now basically what happened with this thing was it went parabolic, right? Shorted this, I covered, I ate a bit of loss on that, lost like $69, and then I shorted that area, and then I rode it all the way down, and you know, I made probably about 300 bucks on that particular trade. So guys, these were all the trades that I took. As you guys can see, I'm up 1,600 bucks, and I live streamed the whole thing, the loss, the gains. When I add up the $2,000 loss, everything was out there for everybody to see. And my thought process, what I was thinking, I was saying it live out loud. But not only me, there's a lot of great traders as well in the chat room, so I live stream this. So if you guys want to join in and see the actual action live with me and a couple of good traders that I have in the chat room, I'll put the link down below. Just click in it and jump on and watch me trade live. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you watching my videos. Give this video a thumbs up, and now enjoy the actual live trading footage. What's going on, traders? Welcome to the live trading part of my videos. As you guys can see, I am already up 1,200 bucks on a day, but I am in a trade currently. I am in triple U, 300 shares, long with an average of 1342. Now it's halted at the moment, and I am waiting for this to unhalt. But I know the company had already said that, you know, they have no reason why the stock price was going up. So I know this is going to open right now. I'm at $13. I bought at $13. I know this is going to open around $6 or $7 area. So I'm looking, you know, $2,000-$3,000 loss. I'm staring at that. But you know, I'm already up, you know, 1,500 bucks right here. As you can see, I just took off some profit there. I'm up 1,500 bucks. So even if I ate, you know, $2,000 loss or $3,000 loss, I'm probably going to be, you know, $500 or $1,500 down on the day, which would be okay. But if I didn't get a stop on this particular trade, you know, I'm already up 1,500, and I would have been able to walk away. But it opened right now. It opened at 7, and I'm taking it off. I took it off. I just ate a $2,000 loss out of that. But I know now this doesn't have any reason to go down. I mean, this doesn't have any reason to go up. So I'm looking to short it, right? I just ate a $1,800 loss on that particular trade. But I want to flip short on this at this trade right now because, you know, I know this thing is going to go down because, you know, everybody who bought going to sell, and it doesn't have any reason. Even the company is saying we have no idea why from $2 it came all the way up there. So I'm short of 500. I'm short 1,000 shares right now from $7.35 average. It's going into a downside hold, which I like to see. So as you guys can see, you know, I was up 1,500, but right now it's saying right here I'm only up $18 on a day. So what a bummer. That really, I mean, that guts you as a trader when you see yourself up nicely, and then you see yourself down again on the position. You'd be like, ugh, it's frustrating. So now, I'm down about only $300, but I'm taking a profit. I have unrealized. I have a profit on the table that I haven't taken, $900. So I have $900, almost $1,000 profit that I haven't taken. I took some of it, as you guys can see. I was in 1,000 short for triple U. I took the 500. That puts me up $500 up on the day from being down $400. So which is pretty good. So I'm keeping an eye out on this thing. But my goal is again 1,000. Now I'm gonna have to start digging myself out. So before I add up the loss, I was up 1,500, but I ate $2,000 loss. That puts me $500 negative. So I dug myself out of that 500. Now I'm up 500. So now I'm looking to go back to the 1,000, 1,005s again. But if I didn't eat up that loss, mind you, would have been a $3,000 day today. So RHE, as you guys can see, I'm also short 600 shares. Triple U, I'm taking profit as I have it because right now I'm pretty comfortable. I can make it to 1,000. I'm up $830 on a day, which is pretty good. I'm still short RHE as well. So my focus completely flipped from long to short because of the news that came out. All right. So right now it's dropping, as you guys can see. And which is pretty good. I'm looking to take profits around this area. RHE, I completely took it off. I'm still up only $813, $820, but I haven't taken. I'm still holding UUU. I added again. Remember, I had only 200 shares. I added again now. 900 shares. I completely got out of it. Now I am up $1,000 on a day. But you guys already know that I finished the day $1,600, so I made $600 more after this particular trade. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you watching the videos. Give this video a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please consider subscribing. And remember, there's a link down below for a free chat that I have on Discord, where you can watch me trade live and give my thoughts, because I'll be on the mic as well speaking to you guys. That'll be pretty cool. Anyway, guys, thank you.